In other dumb news, well, we got Blake Griffin to the Nets. How did that snuck under the radar? I didn't see that for like 12 hours.
Yeah, I missed that one too. I got your text this morning and you accidentally wrote Harden. You wrote, damn, I just saw Harden to the Nets. And I was like, what?
Oh yeah, like
I
it's
was
six
like,
months late.
yeah, I thought it was a phone glitch. Like I thought like it got lost in space. And it
Yeah,
would,
no, Griffin to the Nets, which is interesting because the
it
other
makes
day we were
perfect.
talking. It makes perfect sense. I mean, he's on his way out. It would seem he wants a ring. I would
Right. And
imagine.
I don't
But
know,
also, what I told you.
you haven't been paying
Go on.
attention to basketball very much, but Jeff Green has been a bit of a problem. That's the backup power forward for the Nets. Jeff Green, he's been around the league a long time. He can go off. He's real streaky. He can have like one night where he drops 40 and then he'll score like 6 for the rest of the month or whatever. But he's been having some attitude issues. And I think it's mostly, I don't know if it's attitude issues or he's been frustrated with his own performance, but he's been leaving games early, throwing towels, shit like that. So you could kind of tell that it wasn't really working out with him. And he's getting a lot of playing time because Durant is missing a lot of games this year. Because they can
Is he
afford
still shaky from that injury?
No, I think it's like that. This year there's a lot of back-to-back games because they're squeezing in more games in a shorter calendar, and they also had like almost no off season. So, and when you have Kyrie Irving and James Harden and Kevin Durant, you can kind of cycle the rest and not worry about the team really falling off that hard. And honestly,
yeah, but it's also like with the basketball playoffs are so long. If you have such a good team that no matter what, you're going to the playoffs pretty much, you can kind of do whatever you want all season.
I mean, the Lakers are having a whole season where they're just playing fourth quarters. They're like sitting out the first through the third quarter. They'll be down 20 and then they'll just win in the fourth quarter. Like I don't see anybody beating the Lakers this year, but Blake Griffin he's a much better fit than, I mean, first of all, he has been a superstar at one point. So he's going to know how to navigate Irving, Harden, Durant. Like he's been there before. He's been the front page of the NBA. So I think he's a perfect backup. He's kind of got like how Derrick Rose is a perfect backup. He's on the Knicks now, yeah. Derrick Rose, and he's doing great. The Knicks are up and coming, by the way, for the first time in forever. They got a really fun.
Forever. I like the Knicks. I was telling you that they were saying that they were going to kind of start building up the Nets. I was like, damn, I wish it was the Knicks just because I think the Knicks are cool.
They have a better uniform.
Great uniform, great stadium, all of it. Or arena, yeah. Whatever you want to call it.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. That's MSG, dude.
Yeah, I think Blake Griffin's going to fit in well. I think, and he's actually going to get a lot of playing time. Like I said, Durant requires a lot of rest. Also, he'll probably get in for Joe Harris a lot. Joe Harris is the other forward, the small forward. And he's good on offense. He just kind of hangs out on the perimeter, shoots threes, but he can't really bang. He's kind of a weak body. So I think, I don't know how Blake
People have said that about me, that I have a weak body and I can't bang. By people, I mean my girlfriend. She's like, do you know it's a nightmare? I mean, I don't want to go too far off topic, but my girlfriend has a Fitbit now. What's like an Amazon Fitbit thing. And it really sucks when you're with a chick and she's wearing that when you guys are getting down, because then she could be like, oh yeah, 9 minutes.
By the way, stay tuned. We'll be followed by Home Improvement tonight, folks.
Dude, I was telling you about Blake Griffin because I was like, as soon as I saw that he got bought out or whatever by the Pacers, I was like, dude, Blake Griffin wants to be a comedian. He wants to be an entertainment. He wants to be Pistons, whoever. He wants to be Brennan Schaub, which great aspiration. But I told you immediately he's going to LA or New York, no matter where they could fit him in. I didn't see him going back to the Clippers. I would imagine from the beginning, it's kind of obvious he was going to be the Lakers and the Nets.
Right. There's not really, it doesn't make sense for the Lakers though, because the Lakers' two best players are forwards. I mean, I know LeBron James is essentially a point guard on that team, but he's a power forward, and you also got Anthony Davis playing forward. So there isn't a lot, and Kyle Kuzma is their third best scorer. So that's not a position they were looking to fill. So I assumed he was going to the Nets.
Yeah, I don't know how basketball positions work.
Well, they're kind of irrelevant now. Like as the game gets more and more advanced, then everybody kind of knows how to do everything. There's very few like true point guards in the league. You got Damian Lillard, you got Chris Paul. There's a few pure point guards, but there's not a lot of pure, the only position that's semi unchanged is centers, except the big men can now shoot threes. That's the only thing that's changed.